Paris is back in the limelight with the Dior Spring Summer 2026 fashion show, Dior SS26. However, the spotlight this time is not only on the elegance of Dior's latest design, but also on the emotional moment involving two BTS members, Jimin and Jungkook. Jimin looks stunning on the fashion stage with an undeniable star aura. Wearing Dior's latest collection that combines modern aesthetics with a touch of elegance, Jimin seems to be the center of gravity of the entire room. But what makes this moment more memorable is the presence of Jungkook, who came to provide full support. Not only present, Jungkook also delivered a touching message that made many ARMY shed tears. Jimin, the star of Dior. Since being announced as Dior's global ambassador, Jimin has made many important footprints in the fashion world. But her appearance in Dior SS26 really proved that she is not just a K-pop idol, but also a world-class fashion icon. Dressed in a slim-fit black suit combined with Dior's signature futuristic details, Jimin looks like he exudes an air of confidence. His gaze was sharp but full of the gentle charm typical of him. Every step he took on the runway made the photographers vying to capture the moment. Fashion critics even named Jimin one of the brightest stars of the evening. She brings life to this collection. Elegant, charismatic, and authentic, reveals one of the editors of a famous fashion magazine. Love letter Jungkook's surprising presence. What makes this event even more special is the presence of Jungkook among the ranks of VIP invited guests. His appearance had surprised many, because before there was no news that he would come. Jungkook sat in the front row, wearing a gray Dior suit with a modern cut, perfectly matching the mood of the event. Throughout the show, the camera captured Jungkook's proud expression several times as he watched Jimin walk down the runway. His gaze seemed to say that he was watching a brother who had grown more and more powerful. But the peak of emotions occurs after the event is over. Jungkook had given a short but touching message that immediately went viral. Jungkook's emotional message to Jimin. Backstage, Jungkook was interviewed by the media, who asked him how he felt seeing Jimin perform so stunningly. With a soft but sincere tone of voice, Jungkook answered, "I always knew Jimin Young had a different light. But tonight I feel like everyone can feel it too. He's not just my friend, he's my inspiration. Seeing her on this stage makes me want to keep supporting her forever." The words immediately spread widely on social media. ARMYs around the world flooded the platform with hashtags like Jimin at Dior SS26 and Jungkook for Jimin, expressing their sense of emotion. Many wrote that the fraternal relationship between the two is one of the most beautiful things that have ever existed in the K-pop world. In the Battle of Paris, witnesses. This moment touched not only the fans who were present directly at the venue, but also the ARMY around the world who watched through the live broadcast. Emotional reactions are popping up on various platforms. An ARMY wrote on Twitter/X, "Seeing Jungkook support Jimin in such a beautiful way made me cry. They're not just co-workers, they're family." While others added, "I'm proud of Jimin. He shines so brightly. But I'm also proud of Jungkook, who was always there for him." Even some international fashion bloggers highlighted this moment, saying that such emotional support is rarely seen in the usually rigid and glamorous fashion world. Global star aura, more than just a model. What makes this moment so different is the way Jimin walks the runway. He does not just display clothing, but exudes an emotional warmth that is rarely seen in the fashion world. Every step was full of confidence but still gentle. A slight smile that occasionally appears makes the atmosphere of the runway feel more intimate. World fashion photographers claim to be captivated. Some even called Jimin managed to erase the boundary between the world of music and fashion. ARMY outside the venue shouted his name, while inside, several VVIP guests stood giving special applause. Globe showing Europe-Africa global resonance. Presence of Jimin and Jungkook at the Dior SS26 event seemed to be a symbol of how BTS influenced not only the music world, but also the world of fashion and culture globally. Many observers say that BTS has changed the landscape of the entertainment industry by presenting the values of friendship, sincerity, and real emotional support. In an international fashion article, it was mentioned that Jimin is a representation of beauty and strength, while Jungkook is a symbol of unconditional support. Combination of the two created a moment that will be remembered for a long time in the fashion world. Gemstone unshakable friendship. Since debuting together in 2013, Jimin and Jungkook have come a long way. From difficult times as a trainee, world travel, to the period of conscription, the two have always supported each other. For ARMY, seeing Jungkook stand up to support Jimin at a big event like Dior SS26 is clear proof that their bond is not just a professional relationship but a true brotherhood. Dior becomes BTS bond witness. It is undeniable that Dior also received a positive spotlight thanks to this moment. The brand seems to be an emotional bridge that shows the human side of superstars. Dior not only presented a luxurious collection, but also became a stage where friendship, longing, and brotherly love were shown so vividly. Some fashion critics even mentioned that that night, Dior not only celebrated fashion, but also celebrated humanity. The world's media is talking. Not only fans, international media also picked up this story. Elle magazine wrote, Dior SS26 became even more emotional as Jungkook extended his full support to Jimin. This is one of the most human moments on the fashion runways this year. CNN Style added that the moment showed a new side of the fashion industry. The runway is usually just about fashion, but tonight Dior became the stage for sincere friendship and love. Irreplaceable bond, Jimin and Jungkook. Since his trainee days, Jimin and Jungkook's relationship is known to be very close. Jimin often took care of Jungkook, who was still very young, while Jungkook grew up with deep respect and admiration for Jimin. Their relationship, which ARMY refers to as Jikook, has always been a symbol of brotherhood within BTS. When Jimin debuted solo with an emotional song, Jungkook always supported him. Similarly, when Jungkook released his solo album, Jimin gave full encouragement. The moment at Dior SS26 seemed to be a reminder that their bond never faded despite the distance, time, or busyness that separated them. Dior becomes a stage of emotions. Who would have thought that a fashion show could turn into a soulful space? Dior SS26, which was originally only anticipated because of the latest fashion collection, suddenly became part of BTS and ARMY's emotional history. Dior managed to present not only a fashion, but also a humanitarian story. That night, the Dior runway was not just about clothes, but about the love, support, and pride that a best friend shares with her best friend. ARMY. We also feel part of that moment. ARMY around the world felt that the moment was also intended for them. Many wrote that when Jungkook mentioned Jimin, it was like he was also speaking for the ARMY who missed Jimin. One fan wrote, when Jungkook says he's proud of Jimin, I feel like he also represents the feelings of all of us. We're all proud. Closing, a night to remember. The Dior SS26 fashion show is not only about new collections, it is about emotional moments that touch the hearts of millions of people around the world. Jimin shines as a star full of charisma, while Jungkook is present as a true friend who provides sincere support. For the ARMY, it was a night of tears and pride. Paris witnessed how two young people from South Korea were able to inspire the world with not only their talent but also their loving hearts. This moment once again proves that BTS is not just a musical group, but a cultural phenomenon that brings the values of friendship, love, and sincerity. And at Dior SS26, Jimin and Jungkook have written a new chapter in that beautiful story.